there was another interesting one. Was a student who had gone to art school and had said he hadn't actually had any transformative experiences in art school. But after he graduated, and he was someone who came to my lab once in a while, he said he never liked Rothko, just never liked Rothko's paintings. But he was going out to LA to meet his girlfriend, and she was meeting him there, and she was going to pick him up at the airport. But she said this was a Friday, and she had to finish her essay for her art class, or art criticism class, I suppose. So she picked him up at the airport, but they went to LACMA, the LA Kind of Museum of Art, and they went to the Rothko room, and she sat in front of a Rothko and wrote her essay, and he just sat there with nothing to do. And he says it was really funny, but after about 20 minutes, he realized that he liked this Rothko painting that he'd been looking at without any particularly paying attention. And then as he realized that he liked this painting, he realized that he liked all the Rothkos in the room. And he says he's liked all Rothkos ever since. And so there was something that seemed that, at least with certain painters, that it just takes a certain amount of time or exposure to actually be able to like it. Yeah, I don't know. So in my research on object recognition, I have a great interest in trying to understand it sort of as an objective process, that it's a computation in the brain that happens. And some of my colleagues are very interested in the role of attention in that. And I have pretty systematically tried to avoid getting into attention because I don't know how to explain attention. It would seem to sort of require this huge black box that incorporates most of what we think our brain and cognition do. And so I don't want I don't want the expense of having a model, that big black box in my model, because it makes it hopeless to ever think of implementing, specifying what's in the model. And so I try as far as I can in explaining things without attention. I know it happens that some of the demonstrations are very convincing. So I actually haven't thought about how much does beauty depend on attention. Could something be beautiful without being attended to? I don't know. It's a really good question.
I mean, it's the reason I brought that up.
One thing I'm very interested in is showing the role of beauty in decisions. Because I think there are lots of decisions that require the integrative capacity of beauty and couldn't be made without them.